All right, welcome back. So I'm gonna start this off with a message for all you goof-ass niggas in my comment section begging me to stop bashing EYL and Ian Dunlap over the head with facts and logical truths. And you know, I did think about it. I did. I thought about it, and I guess maybe I was a little too harsh on EYL and Mr. Ian. So I rewatched the video. I posted, and you know, if I had the chance to redo it in light of EYL and Ian being a light for the community, I absolutely wouldn't. Fuck y'all to the 10th power. These niggas are grifters. So all you salty ass soft niggas in the comments, keep commenting though, because the YouTube algorithm loves that. So anyway, I saw this and I was just gonna let it pass. Like, you know what? I don't need to say anything about this. But then I had a second thought, like, you know what? You actually do. You should. Because what are we doing? What are we doing? When I say we, I mean we as in the fucking human race, as in the black community. What are we doing? So if any of you listen to The Breakfast Club, Donkey of the Day is a daily segment by personality host Charlemagne the God. And Donkey of the Day is a segment that they have on the platform. And the other day it featured this shiny piece of dog doo-doo right here. Some of you, I'm sure, have seen this, but for those of you who have not, this is Alicia Moore. Alicia Moore is a 24-year-old woman, grown-ass woman, who decided to take her little funky ass up to Dillard's and shoplift a few items to add to her wardrobe collection at the crib. I don't know, maybe she had plans to hit the club later that night. She definitely comes off as a ladies free before 11 type of chick. And, you know, I don't believe I've ever been into Dillard's myself. So what I did was I went to their website. And I wanted to visit the website because I wanted to see what the hell was so important in Dillard's that this fool was literally willing to risk it all for. And it honestly just gave me JCPenney's vibes. For those of you who remember, JCPenney's was just a basic-ass department store that had basic-ass clothes. Like, you're not going to go inside of JCPenney's or Dillard's, for that matter, and find, you know, a Miri or Prada or Gucci or whatever other shit that y'all be wearing out there. Now, here's the thing. Shoplifting in itself isn't unique, right? Shoplifting has been around for as long as stores have been. So what makes this particular case unique, though, is that funky-ass Miss Moore decided that while she was stealing from inside, she'd just leave her two kids in the car on the outside. Reportedly for over an hour. She was inside, again, while her children were outside in the car. Now, their ages have been redacted from the article, but it does say that they were very young. Too young, in fact, to be able to care for themselves in the event that something went wrong. And something did go wrong. Let's read the article together. So this is straight from CBS News. Says woman facing charges for allegedly leaving kids in car that caught fire while she was shoplifting. Let's read it. It says, Alicia Moore, 24, parked her car in a parking lot outside of Dillard's department store at Oviedo Mall on May 26, according to an arrest report filed by the Oviedo Police Department. The report indicated Moore left children inside of the vehicle. Their names and ages, again, were redacted from this report. However, security saw Moore and an unknown man shoplifting in Dillard's, hopefully not the kid's father. Please, God. According to the report, and after about an hour of shoplifting inside, Moore began leaving Dillard's to see her car engulfed in flames and dropped the merchandise she was holding and left the store, ran out of the store. She saw her car on fire. Bystanders at the mall saw the car and rescued the children inside as they tried to escape the flames. Jesus. The children were taken to Arnold Palmer Hospital for Children. One child suffered first-degree burns to her face and ears, so she's scarred for life. Moore has been charged with aggravated child neglect for allegedly allowing children who cannot care for themselves alone inside the vehicle, according to the report. Police said they don't know what caused the fire, but said it's unlikely the children would have been injured if Moore was not being neglectful. No shit. She is also being charged with arson because the fire occurred while she was allegedly committing a felony. Moore is being held on a $40,000 bond bail. CBS Miami says she pleaded not. How do you plead not guilty? How do you plead? This chick pleaded not guilty. She pleaded not guilty. I could see you pleading not guilty to the arson charge. But to the rest of it? Matter of fact, no, I can't even see that, because you should just go ahead and plead guilty for all this shit because of how it went. You left your kids in the car and this shit caught fire. A public defender filed a motion Friday asking for Moore to be released without bail or to have the bail amount reduced to a reasonable and affordable amount. My thing is, there is no amount that is probably affordable for Miss Alicia Moore. Shit, her ass couldn't even afford the clothes. That's why she was stealing. Now let's be real here. Alicia didn't give a shit about them kids. She didn't care about them kids. Charlamagne actually suggested on the show that the possibility that, hey, she might have even left them in the car on purpose and rigged it to catch fire somehow, because cars don't typically tend to just combust out of nowhere on average, right? They also said that there was maybe one of the kids was playing with a lighter in there or something, and that's how it caught fire. I don't know. And it doesn't even matter at this point, because the bigger optic here for me is young Americans making stupid-ass decisions that have no work ethic but feel entitled to everything. Because Alicia wasn't stealing for survival, right? I think we can all agree. Alicia wasn't stealing for self-preservation. Not that doing so, again, is ever justified, but at the very least, if that were the case, you probably have a little bit more understanding, right? So if she wasn't stealing clothes for her kids because they didn't have any, because they needed them, then what's the only logical conclusion that we can come to? The logical conclusion is that Alicia was stealing clothes for the look, the culture, the optics. I say it all the time. We care more about the perception of having money more than we do of actually having it. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that shit sad? We'll do anything for the look in our culture. I remember having this discussion with one of my homies back in the day. Someone that I've known for years and years and years. And we had a small back and forth when I made a post on Facebook. And it was just a simple statement about how name brands have become the focus of the black community and how we place more value in a name than we place in ourselves. And he responded and said, well, it's a slippery slope because you don't want your kid going to school and being made fun of. And I thought about it for a second and I said, well, that's sort of my point. We created that. We did. No other race that I know of does this shit. This goofy shit. Only the blacks. We the only motherfuckers that allow our self-worth to be determined by what the fuck we got on. It's a goddamn sickness. It's a mental disease. And we care more about designer than we do about actually having wealth and money and prosperity financially. And I think it's because we don't think we can achieve it. We don't think it's really a goal that is achievable at the end of the day. We don't. So we settle for the next best thing, which is the look, the perception of having money, the perception of wealth. I know you hear it all the time, but it really does start with our goddamn mindset. We change that, we change generations. Listen, I want to thank all of my subscribers for making me relevant on this platform. I appreciate each and every one of you. Special shout out to Pocket Watching with JT and all the people that have come over from his platform and followed me here. Thank you very much. We're just getting started. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to invest diligently but more importantly, invest responsibly. And please stay away from these little funky ass, dirty ass, dusty ass trends that keep you broke and financially unaware. And I will see you all in the next video.
Bitch, the pressure's on. Get your shit together, tryna fuck with me. It's grown man, nothing less than business when it comes to me. Paperwork, I ain't talking snitching, sign that contract, murder.